All right. Not that we have to be all professional right now, but we're just going to record it for people that can't see it. Okay. So, all right. I don't even know where to start, but I have my notes of good things to, I like your hat, Tisha. Of good things.
On earlier, but then I was working out, so.
Okay. So I do probably 90, I don't even know if I want to say 95%, because when I'm out and about, I do talk about it. But I would say 90 to 95% of my business, I'm doing it through social media. Mm-hmm. So the most important thing to remember when you start posting on social media is consistency. Like you have to be consistent, and you have to show your audience that you believe in the product, you're using the product, that you're excited about the product, you're excited about the company. So you almost have to stand back and look at your Facebook page and be like, would I buy from you? You know, or would I join your team? You know, so you kind of have to like have that mental picture in your mind. Now, when I first started, and like when Leslie started, it was we were taught the 3-3 rule, that you post 3 times a day, and you post morning, noon, and night, and you post a personal and a business during those 3 times. So that was at least 6 times a day. So that was when we first started. Well, since then, and I'm going to mainly talk about Facebook because that's just what I use. I tried using Instagram, and I'm still trying to use Instagram. I don't know if I'm just too old, but I don't get it like I get Facebook. So I know Facebook, so that's what I'm using, you know, majority of the time. But I am starting to, like, every once in a while I'll post on Instagram. I just don't do a lot with Instagram. Leslie can probably talk more about that than I can. But, all right, so Facebook has algorithms, and their algorithms have changed over the years. And what it is, okay, how can I explain it good? So, Sammy, I'm going to use you and I as an example. All right, so here's Facebook. Here's Monica posting, and here's Sammy posting. So when you and I go to our news feeds, there's a possibility that I might never see what you're posting, and you might never see what I'm posting. So there's all this coding going on, all right? Well, when Facebook sees that you and I have interacted before, they're gonna say to themselves, okay, well, Monica is showing value to Sammy, and Sammy is showing value to Monica. So next time Sammy gets on her Facebook page, we're going to show her what Monica's posting. And the next time Monica gets on her page, we're going to show her what Sammy's posting. You know what I mean? So that's like algorithms. So that's when, like, I might have 3,000 friends on my Facebook, but I'm not seeing all of their posts. I'm only seeing people that I interact with. So it's good and it's bad. The bad thing about that is that I've got this whole market of my friends who I haven't tapped into yet. And it's something that you can't just do overnight, but slowly over time, you need to start interacting with all of those people so that they'll be seeing your post. So there's certain things that you can do, and we'll talk about it, where more people are going to see your post. Because in the perfect world, if you've got 3,000 friends, you want all 3,000 friends to see that you just posted about our BOGO wraps, you know, but unfortunately that's not the case. So you kind of have to work the system to where they're going to see what you're posting. Another thing is I think this is probably, I'm going to go ahead and say that one of the biggest mistakes people make is that their Facebook page looks like a magazine. And that is, we do not want, that's the worst thing you can do, because that's when people start unfriending you. They like, oh, there she goes posting again. Like, you don't want to look like it's an ad. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think Kimberly Collins. Let me respond to this real quick. Do any of you want to add to that real quick? This is another one of my distributors wanting to get on. Do you guys want to add to that at all?
Sorry, I was responding to someone asking me about something too. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, you know what, Leslie, go ahead and talk about the Instagram maybe.
So I'm with you, Monica. I've done Instagram here and there, but Facebook is my baby. Instagram, you've got to be super, super consistent because it's a cold market. So you've got to be posting every couple hours, and you've got to be following people is where it's at. You've got to be interacting. Like
there's more work to it.
There's a lot more work to it. Mm-hmm. Just because it's a cold market. And then your photo quality has to be like on point, because that's what it's about. It's just photos. And so if you've got some grainy photos or they're too dark and they're not bright enough, people are not going to follow you back. But the biggest key to getting followers is to go and follow people, but like and comment on their stuff. And you've got to be consistent and build that relationship. Otherwise, they will never follow you back, or they will unfollow you.
Yeah. Are you on Instagram, Sammy?
Yeah.
Do you like Instagram, or are you more of a Facebook kind of person?
More Facebook. I go on Instagram and look at people's stuff, but I don't really post anything.
Yeah. And there's some people like Jocelyn Yates and like Courtney Lavey, they've pretty much built their business on Instagram. So, I mean, it works for some people, but if
I go into the mentality of it's going to be a full-time thing, like I just have to commit myself to it, because it is a lot. You have to, and a lot on there, I've noticed you have to be the one to reach out. So like if somebody likes your post, you've got to be the one to message them and reach out. And I've gotten distributors and I've gotten customers from it. It's just a lot more work.
Right. All right. What else was I going to mention? Not looking like a magazine. I think Kim's going to get on in a minute here.
You know what, too? I think the biggest mistake that we can make, too, is trying not to sound like ourselves. You know, like that's why it's so important not to sound like a magazine, because in general, people that are following us, they know how we talk. They know how we, or what we've done in the past. So all of a sudden, when you start coming out with a different language that doesn't sound like you, that is such a turnoff, because then you come across as like fake or salesy in that sense, So I think that's why it's important, like even with all the stuff that we're doing, it has to be in your own language and in your own, like how you would talk, because if not, then people are going to be like, oh, that's just something she copy and pasted. And then it's not real. You know what I mean? It's not personal either.
That's even when you message people, for example, these scripts that we use, I mean, that is just a guideline. Like when you message people, you want them to know that it's Monica talking to me.
Right.
You want it to sound like you, but, so, the algorithm, okay, I'm going to use this as an example right now, because I do have a lot of friends, and so over the year, this is what I do. I do a birthday post. So like I have this graphic that, I just changed it up a couple months ago, and it used to be a cupcake, but now it's just a saying. It says, I don't have birthdays, I just level up. And then I have like XO Monica. So I've got this graphic. So in the morning, one of the first things that I do is I'll go to my, where it tells you whose birthday it is. And I will post on every person's page. And 9 times out of 10, they're either going to like it or they're going to comment on it. Or one of their friends is going to like or comment on it. So what that does is that Facebook sees, oh, Monica and this person have interacted. So I'm going to start showing them her post. And this always happens. If I wish somebody a happy birthday on a Monday, by Wednesday or Thursday, they've liked one of my posts. So it's kind of neat how you slowly see that. So it's
slightly different. So I go and I message them. I'll send them like a GIF, and I'll just say, hey, happy birthday. And they're going to respond to that too. And it's the same thing. It plays with the algorithm.
Mm-hmm. So did you send a personal message, or you put something on their page?
Nope, I sent a personal message, because then 9 times out of 10, they're going to respond to that. And Facebook sees it. Oh, they're having a conversation back and forth. It's the same kind of thing. They're building. We're just faking the algorithm out.
Okay. That's good to know too. So, I mean, it's all about building relationships. And, we also teach adding people. Like you always want to be adding people. And for example, when I first started, I went to my husband's page and I added all of his female friends. And then I went to like my mom's page and I added all her female friends. So like I slowly started just adding friends. But there's a but to that though. You don't want to go and add all these people that you can't handle. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to go and add 200 people because I know that tomorrow I'm not going to be able to go build relationships with 200 people. You know, so I might add 5 people today, you know, or tomorrow I might add 10 people. But you constantly want to be adding to your network because eventually your warm market is going to, you know, you're going to exhaust your warm market and you're going to have to reach out and build relationships with other people.
Yeah.
You know, so you always want to be adding people but you want it to be manageable when you add people.
And you'll get people that'll message you back and say, hey, do I know you?
Yeah,
what do you
just
say
got
to
that.
What do I say that? I usually say, you know, we have some mutual friends. That's when I'll kind of go to their page and get to know a little bit of background. And I'll say, you know, we had some mutual friends. Your daughter looks so cute at her, you know, second birthday party. And I wanted to get to know you. Yeah. I've never had somebody come back and be like, well, I'm not going to accept your friend request. They're like, oh, cool. How are you? You know, because
I've had both where people like, okay, cool, you know, and then I've had other people say, well, I don't accept from anybody that I don't know. And it's like, okay. And you know what I usually say? Oh, okay, no problem. I'm sorry if I offended you. And sometimes they don't. Like just by me, I actually just said that to a girl 2 days ago. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry if I offended you. And she's like, oh no, you didn't offend me.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But yeah, I really don't get that a lot.
No, and I've only gotten it like 3 times, but it happens.
Okay, another thing too is live videos. Like live videos are like hot right now. You know, and the more live videos you do, the more your audience is going to grow and the more your Facebook is going to show up on their page. You know, and expect like Christina Watts is a perfect example. Girlfriend, as soon as she gets on live, she's got like 600 viewers. You know, and she signs people left and right. I don't know if you guys saw this, but on Pam Souter's page, I think it was yesterday, there was a lady has signed 40 distributors this month.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Christina has, and then there was a triple diamond that was right behind her.
Right. I mean, hello. I thought I was doing good with my 9.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's awesome, though.
I know it is. I got to step my game up. But
girl, the month ain't over with yet.
Really, I've been trying to do a lot more live videos, and I'll say like the video that I did last night. As soon as we got off the video, I had 2 people message me that want to try our cleanse and our probiotic and our greens. So if you can do live videos, and you know, it is like you get nervous at first, but like this is what I did at first. I use my kids. They're like, they help make it not as scary.
Yeah.
As if like you use your dogs or your kids or, you know, I don't know, that helped me. But down to the point where like, I can't wait to do a video. Like this morning, I wanted to get on there and talk about our, this BOGO sale. So I was like, I got Mason ready and Jeremy was going out the door and I was like, bye. Let's get my camera out. So like, you get comfortable. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And if it helps when you first start doing videos, like give us a heads up that you're getting ready to go live. And so we'll get on and so we can interact with you. And that kind of helps lighten the mood a little bit. And let's see, it's a numbers game. This whole industry is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more customers and the more distributors you're going to find, you know, and you can't stop at the first no that you get because you're going to have so many no's. You're going to get 100 no's before you get a yes, you know, but you can't stop. You have to know, I forget who this was, but there was this one lady who would talk about her goal was to get 100 no's. Like she would message people until she got 100 no's, because she knew that in those 100 no's, there were going to be some yeses. So, I mean, it's a complete numbers game. So, it hurts my heart when distributors sign up and then after, a few weeks or a couple of months, they stop because they feel like they can't be successful in this business because people have said no. I'm like, don't let those people decide what's going to happen for you and your family.
And you know what? Those people always come back around.
They
my
do.
Parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, none of them would do anything for my first 2 years. And now they are all either customers or distributors.
Yeah. Because, you can make, because we've witnessed it, you can make legit money with this company.
Yeah.
And like I was saying in my video this morning, like there's always an excitement. Like there's always an excitement. There's either a new product coming out, there's a new promotion coming out, there's, we had the cruise, like people were working for the cruise last year, and then it's conference, then it's green carpet. Like there's always an excitement with this company. And if you go to anybody's page, especially the leaders pages, you can see that excitement. And I think that just attracts people. But it's sincere. Like it's honestly sincere. Like all of us right now are just excited about this BOGO sale because our teams are going to start growing and we're going to change more lives.
Amen.
Preach it, girl.
Woo! Woo! I feel like I'm going to say
when I start doing this, it's coming. It's coming. Or when I go back like this, it's coming.
Listen, it's good. It's good. We're gonna start,
Good. Okay, so I don't remember if I covered this or not. So there has to be a balance between your and I say personal post and business post, but you still want people to see you using the product, but like your page, you don't want someone to go to your page and it be like, I woke up this morning and I drank my greens. It's 2:00. I'm feeling tired, so I'm going to drink my greens. Yeah. Like you don't want that to be all of your, like this. Here's Nova. She's so cute.
She is adorable.
Like take a selfie of you and Nova and be like, I'm so blessed to be able to stay at home and earn money for my family. I wouldn't want to miss another day. I wouldn't want to miss any day of Nova's life or something like that.
Working while I'm with my baby.
Right.
Making money.
So there's gotta be a good balance. And you'll notice. Do what, Leslie?
Like product. You can even do like product placement or just have like your shirt on or something and not even post about It Works, but it's in the photo or you've worked it in. Like I would take a picture with my car. Hey, just washed my car. Finally, like made some joke about it, but my car's got my details on it.
Right. So and then I think a lot of people get discouraged about this too. They'll make a personal post and they'll get people comment and they'll like and they'll share it and they'll do all this stuff. And then their next post is about It Works and it's like nothing. You don't get a like, you don't get a comment, and they're like, oh my God. Like you cannot be like that. Like you should expect people aren't going to like it. That's just how it is. Like all of us go through that. I don't expect when I post my, something about greens, and I mean that in a positive way, but I'm not going to expect to get 1,000 likes on it but then I post something about Mason and I just get likes and comments and all this stuff. Like I don't quit the next day because nobody liked my It Works post. Like people are that's just how they are. And, a lot of people, they don't want to admit that they want to rap.
Right.
Like I've got cheer moms. I'll just tell you guys. My daughter, she's a cheerleader. So a lot of the cheer moms are my customers. A lot of them. But when you go into cheer practice, nobody talks about it. Like they won't really come and say, hey, do you have any more raps? Or, oh, I need to order that cleanse. They won't. But as soon as they get home, they're messaging me. They're like, Monica, I need to order that cleanse. And when does that special end? But like, they don't want to talk about it in front of their friends. You know what I mean? And I think it's the same thing on Facebook. Like, people don't want to openly say, you know, yes, I do need to lose 20 pounds. I need to reach out to Monica. A lot of times they'll do it privately.
Well, and a lot of times they're just waiting. They want to watch and see if you're going to stick with it. They're gonna wait and see if you're gonna, you know, quit like the other 10 people on their Facebook have. They're gonna just the fad. And once you stick with it for a while, and once they see that it's legit, you're making money, or you've got your own personal results, that's when they'll start reaching out too.
Right. Yeah. Like, Leslie, I don't know if you noticed this, but like the month that I went diamond, that very next month, my phone and my Facebook was blowing up. There was something about when I hit diamond.
Yep.
It's like you got that credibility, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, this girl got something's happening."
Yeah.
So like my phone, as soon as I hit diamond the next month, like my phone was like, and I think that's probably how I promoted to double diamond so fast, is because I just got inundated the next month. And people were watching me. They were seeing, is she going to stick with it? Is she going to be consistent? Is it really changing her life? Is she really making money? You know, people are watching that.
And that's where I always tell my team, like, you've got to post celebrate every little small victory, whether it's a customer, whether it's a new distributor, whether it's I made $25 Wrap Cash this weekend, so I'm going to post about this in a little bit. Whether it's I bought lunch using Wrap Cash, or I paid for my bills, it's just every small victory, you've got to celebrate it, because there's somebody on your Facebook that could use that $25 to buy diapers.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
The big money.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I try and celebrate, every little thing.
Yeah. And then, okay, talking about posting and not wanting to look like a magazine. I mean, there's so sweet. This is my buddy right here. He just wants me to rub on him. That's it. All right. So like, we've got some cool graphics, you know, and corporate's got some cool graphics, but I can post, I don't really have any here. I can post a cool graphic that corporate has done about the greens. And then the next day I can post a picture of me with the product using it. And I'm going to get more out of that post than, you know, what word am I looking for? Like a magazine ad, you know, or like when we have, like right now that we have a BOGO, I'm probably going to do a picture of me holding up 2 boxes of wraps. Instead of posting that corporate picture that they put out last night that had the distributor kit and then you get the free wraps, I'm going to post me with 2 boxes of wraps and comment about that. And I'll get more likes out of that than I will something else.
Don't use stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because all 200,000 distributors worldwide are using that, and Facebook it sees it as redundant, and enough people have seen it, so it discredits your account.
Right. It makes us look like an ad. Okay. Well, both relationships don't look like a magazine. Okay. Leaders pages. So I had all right, over the past year, there are certain leaders where I follow their pages, and it's people that just, they post kind of like I do. And there's people that I like. So like every once in a while, I'll go to their page and I'll kind of look at how they're posting and what they're saying and stuff like that, just to kind of give me a guideline of how I want to post. And especially when I first started, I would follow one of the leader or a few of the leaders so that it kind of like trained me on how to post, you know? And even now, I mean, for the majority of the part, I know how I want to post, but occasionally I'll go to their page just to see if they're doing anything different, or because they're leaders for a reason. You know, they're doing something right. So occasionally I'll go to their pages and kind of look and see what they're doing. So that's a good idea to do too. Okay, so now let's talk about your first post. Now we used to, as soon as somebody signed, we would put a post up and we would say, you know, please help me welcome Sammy Tober, I'm so excited, but kind of like what we post in Legacy. And which there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like, and now just through my experience, I feel like now there's better ways that you can make that first post so that it's effective and that you can sign customers from it. And I'll use Kirsten as an example because I just think it's a really good example. So last month I signed my friend Kirsten. And for her original post, well, her first post was this. She took a selfie of herself and she had a secret. So she posted a picture of her going like, shh. And her post was, I have a really big secret that I'm so anxious to share with everybody. 2017 is going to be life-changing for my family. I'm so excited, blah, 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 blah. She didn't say anything about it works, but that's all she did. It was a picture of her with her finger up saying, shh. Well, when she posted that, people thought she was pregnant. They thought she was moving. They thought, that she had changed jobs. They had all these ideas. But what it did was it created this like buzz, and people were now thinking like, well, what is Kirsten doing? I wonder what she's doing. So like they were almost waiting for her to announce it. So then the next day was when she made her post about, okay, this is what I'm doing. So she built herself an audience before she actually posted it.
Love it.
So I love that idea. I love it, But at the same time, you have to do what you're comfortable with. So if you're not comfortable with that, then should I show Molly's?
Yeah, hers was good. I gave her the post, so of course I think it's good.
All right, let's see. How do you pronounce her last name?
I have no idea. It's getting ready to change to something that starts with a T.
Oh, all right, hold on. All right, let me do a screen share. All right, so let me get down here. All right, so this is Leslie, one of Leslie's new girls, Molly. So she's got some cool pictures of her and her fiance. So I think that that captures people's attention. I love that. And then Leslie gave her this, little spiel. And what I like about it is that she talks about, this is how it's going to help my family. It's going to help pay bills. They're going to buy a house, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes in to talk about that she's looking for 4 people who want to get wrapped. So she's asking for customers. And then down here, she's asking for distributors. So I think she got, look at these people commented. And didn't you say she got some customers from it?
Yeah, she's talking to a couple potential distributors right now from it. People that had reached out to her after they saw it.
So
I think the only thing that I would have changed about it is I would have added some emojis to it, because if you've got emojis at the beginning of your post, it attracts people's eyes to it and they're more likely to read it.
Right.
And I probably would have taken out the "it works" and put it later on in the post, or maybe not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you leave it open-ended,
to drop like more questions, huh?
Yeah.
I do like how she added those pictures of her and her fiance, though. I thought that was good.
Yeah, I told her it had to be like a cute selfie or something, and so I was really excited when she added those.
Like, Sammy, if you did that, I would put, although you have Nova now, though, because I love that picture of you and the one I posted in Legacy.
Any family pictures, because they're going to get likes, and every time they're liked, even if the person isn't interested, but when they like it, it shows up on their friend's feed. They have liked it. So it's just choose a picture that's more likely to get attention and likes, or even comments of, oh, you guys are so cute.
No, get down.
They're not interested in it because it's going to spread that way.
Yeah. All right. That's all I had in my notes. Do you guys want to add anything? Or do you have any questions, Sammy?
I can't hear her.
She's nursing right now.
Wow. There we go.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Do you guys want to add anything? Do you want to add anything?
No, I think, I loved everything that you said. I think that the biggest thing is time and consistency. I think I was sharing with Monica before this, and what she was saying is that, it's so important. We want to see success now, but we forget that success is built. You know what I mean? And we can. I mean, we do see some of the fruit immediately, which is almost unheard of in any kind of business. I mean, it really is. Just like what Leslie was saying, even $25 or $100 just selling the wraps, But like
she's over here taking pictures.
But I think the biggest thing that people miss in network marketing is that it takes time. Anything takes time to build, People at the top didn't get there overnight. They didn't get there in a month. They didn't get there in a year. They got there over time. And I bet that they're glad that they didn't look back and say, I'm glad I didn't quit there. I'm glad I kept going regardless. Because I think that is where just keep going is where it's going to keep, just like where you just keep swimming, kind of a thing,
And one thing I love about this company is like it can happen fast.
It can happen fast.
I mean, I went from Ruby. Okay, I didn't get my bonus. I think it was I can't remember if it was a $500 or $1,000 bonus. Like I didn't go Ruby in my first 2 calendar months because I was like,
I didn't go Ruby either.
Yeah, I didn't even make my bonus. But 2 months after that was when I made my $22,000 bonus. But I went from Ruby to Diamond in 1 month, and then from Diamond to Double Diamond in 1. So like it can happen like that. Like if you put in the work, and it's not even hard. Like we're talking to people. That's all we're doing is we're sharing the products and we're talking to people, and that's all we're doing.
Yep.
I was going to say something. What was it?
I'm going to have to switch over.
Oh, I know. The fortune is in the follow-up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my God. That is so, so important is the fortune is in the follow-up. That is why it's so important to write down everybody's name because like life happens with people, like their son gets sick or, they've got a wedding to go to this weekend. Like life happens and they're like, they might, forget, oh, I want to go order those wraps or, whatever. So the fortune is in the follow-up. Like you've got to follow up with people. And there's been so many times where like I'll follow up and I'll be like, hey girl, are you ready to get started? Oh yeah. I meant to do that last night, but you have to follow up with people.
I use a planner. Like I write down who I've got to follow up with when.
Mm-hmm.
They get paid on a certain day. I don't know. It works for me. I'm a paper person, so.
I know I am too.
I am too. Wow. Love it.
What else? That's the gist of it. Does that help at all? So, hey, Sammy, do you have an idea of, I'm going to stop recording. Ooh, I can find my mouse.